So the NCAA has officially announced that 64 teams in March Madness is officially not enough for the bracket.
You know what? Here go 2 more for y'all.
Okay, so with March Madness, Michigan won it about a month ago. I gave my thoughts and predictions, followed that along. It was fun to watch UConn and what they were doing. Arizona took me by surprise because I didn't think they'd make it out of the Sweet 16, I think it was. But anyways, it was breaking news where we were talking about college football, but we were also talking about March Madness. And in previous streams, if you want to go look, I have talked about it that the last time it being the round of 64, it hasn't always been that since day one. Like decade by decade, I think the last expansion was sometime in the 90s. And then with like the first 4 where we're going to have the 11 seeds and the 16 seeds compete, and then we'll officially, like that was, post 2000, in the turn of the new millennium. But like, as I was looking at the history through some of these streams, I'm going, okay, when was the next bracket update? When's the next one? I was kind of looking at it going, okay, maybe, when we reach the 2030s, maybe we could expand it from 68 to some, came a lot sooner. Whether I predicted it happening in the next, 3-4 years, or the next decade. NCAA came out a couple days ago and said, you know what, no, we're doing it now. And the bracket has officially now expanded to 76. What I'm wondering is, the first 4 is going to consist of 12 games. As we can see, there's going to be 32 automatic qualifiers with 44 at-large bids. I'm a little curious to see, where... are we going to have 16 seeds competing? Are we going to have 11 seeds competing still? I'm not opposed to the bracket expanding. I'm not going to be surprised here either, because here's another fun thing to throw out prediction-wise. I'm not going to be surprised if in 20 years, a 100-team bracket. Now, again, the more you add teams, the more it kind of if we even just go off the metrics of this year alone, it's it's going to be fun to have, your Northern Arizona small schools or your Southern Utah small schools, Western Washington small schools or whatever. That's fun and all. You're D1, but you're a small D1. They're not going to be big bad Michigan. They're not going to be Duke, especially with the NIL portal going on. And so as long as it eventually goes back to 64. We are playing 64 teams, and then we're going from there where we're 64 to the round of 32 to Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final 4, National Championship, all single elimination. I'm fine with that, which personally I'm on board too with what if, and again, hear me out, let's reward the 1 seeds and the 2 seeds, and maybe, because again, hypothetically, when we're talking if we get to 100 teams eventually, but reward the 1 seeds and the 2 seeds with buys, where they will have kind of a little mini play-in tournament to fit the extra, from 64 to 100, the extra 40-ish teams, where the heck did they come from? But you reward these teams by having them sit, okay? Because if you go undefeated in your regular season, you win your conference tournament, or you only have 1 loss, 2 loss in the whole, you should be rewarded for that. That's just me. The other thing that I would fix a little bit too is, what's with the 11 seed? Why do 11 seeds have to play to determine a spot? Why can't it be, we'll have 2 teams play for the 16 seed, 15 seed, and 14 seed, maybe something like that. Because an 11 seed should already be an automatic bid. Same with a 9 seed or an 8 seed or a 14 seed. Don't know where they picked the 11 and the 16. Don't get that. Anyways, guys, I thank y'all for watching. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.